Yo guys, off the cameras boxing, back with you in another video. I'm at work at the moment, but received a notification saying that Canelo Alvarez has filed a lawsuit against Golden Boy Production or Golden Boy Promotions, and it just opens up the wider discussion: is that who should make the decisions in boxing? Should it be the fighter? Should it be the person who creates or who hosts the show? Or should it be the person who sort of makes the deal and ties everything in, and the management team or the network of people who are broadcasting this fight and giving the fighters the chance to earn money? Because on one hand, I'm thinking, you know what, with Canelo, I believe that he should make the final decision. But if he's fighting fighters who are nowhere near the level of opponent that he could face, that he can come across, then I'm of the opinion that if he goes out and says, I want to fight, Darren the taxi driver tomorrow, I don't think the zone should be like, oh, okay, here you go. We're going to put it on our network. And you know what? We're going to put it on pay-per-view as well. They're probably thinking, you know what? Nah, not even. You can only come on our network if you're going to fight real fighters and entertain your fighters, because we've got a business to obtain, or we've got business to run, etc. Now, I know the fighters are the one risking their lives, etc. And ultimately, the final say should go to them. But I'm with the zone on this one. I'm not going to lie. Like, before I was thinking, you know what, like, it doesn't take away from the fighters because they're getting in the ring and they're losing the right. If you're fighting dead fighters, I'm not even gonna front. You should be like, I don't know, man. But also as well, with the governing bodies as well. Because for me, why are they allowing all of these individuals to become mandatory, like bums, to become mandatory for people like Canelo? I believe that Canelo shouldn't be able to run his thing. It's a bit like in football. You don't expect Cristiano Ronaldo to say, you know what, I don't want to play this weekend. And you know what as well? Not only do I want to play this weekend, I just want to chill all year and do nothing. And you know what? When you guys reach the Champions League final, holler at me. I know he's the one getting on the pitch, but come on, man. Like, I believe strongly in good fights. And ultimately, if the fighters are not responsible in picking good fights, then I believe there should be an external person, even if it's the promotional team, even if it's the governing bodies, they should all be in sync with the same mentality that this fighter has to fight the best of fighters. Now I know the file suit against Golden Boy. I know he's been ongoing for multiple different reasons, and it's sad and it's a shame as well. It's sad and it's a shame as well that they can't really get along. But at the same time, I don't know. It's a bit like we've come to a situation, like, I think boxing is probably one of the only sports out there that you see a lot of lawsuits between the fighters and their team. Like the only sport. I've never seen it a lot in football, and in other sports as well. It's always boxing. Like, okay, this promotional team's fighting this team, etc. Or this promotional, you know what I mean? Or is it just me? On to Canelo, who he should fight next. For me, Billy Joe Saunders. Pay the money, get a wage cut. You should be fighting Billy Joe Saunders. I don't want to hear anything about fighters such as, I don't even know who he's fighting, to be fair. Like that, I can't even. You know what I'm saying, fam? Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith. Who else who could fight? Andrade. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? Even John Ryder. I'll take him fighting John Ryder over this other done. You know what I'm saying, fam? Like, I know John Ryder lost against a few people, but I'll take him against John Ryder. You know what I'm saying? Who else could he fight? There's a way of abundance. You know what I'm saying? He can go back into light heavyweight for like Demetrius Bivol or fighters like that. In light heavyweight, he can go down all the way back down again to 160. Fight people like Triple G. He can fight Triple G again. Or you know what I'm saying, fam? And he's conforming to people like. Bro, let me look at this guy's name again, fam. Let me look up this guy's name, fam. Hang on a minute, sorry guys. Because I'm pretty sure, fam. And let me look at this guy's box rec as well, fam, and here's his fight. So Canelo. So who was he fighting, fam? Who was he fighting? Bear with me, fam. I know I'm not wet, guys, but you know what I'm saying, fam. Is what it is, fam. I had to talk about this. Alright, we're on box rec now. Canelo. Oh, he's saying he's used it for a breach of £365 million contract with who? What? Dazn? You taking a piss, fam? Dazn? Yeah. Over alleged failure to deliver as promised on a £365 million contract that was touted as the richest in the history of sport when he signed. So they're basically saying that him. So he's sued the zone and thing for not giving him the chance to fight his bum. Is that what it is, fam? Bro, bun this guy, fam. You know what I'm saying, fam? Bun this guy, fam. If he doesn't want to fight these people, like, you know what I'm saying? Why should he have the choice to fight? Just match these guys up, fam. You know what I mean? Do what the UFC do. Just match them up and keep it moving, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying, fam? Like, you've got one chance in the sport. You've got one. People will be begging to be in the position you're in. And you choose the position you're in to fight like bums for a lot of money. And do you know what? I don't even want to know who he's fighting as well. I don't even want to know. I think he's fighting some. Although it's a mandatory, how that guy got to mandatory is another story in itself. Who's this done fighting, fam? I can't find this guy's name, fam. But it is what it is, fam. Yeah. Just wanted to report that to you, give my little opinion. I know everyone's doing a little Mayweather thing, like as in putting out or doing as much as or sort of cherry picking opponents. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you should be sort of ranked. I know the UFC do this a lot, so they rank you in terms of like number 2 fight is number 1 next, etc., and number 3 fights number 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they should always do that. And I think that all of the governing bodies, I know this seems mad, but I know there's sanctioning fees involved, but I think they should all be combined and increase the sanctioning fees or put them all, you know, all in one altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because they're actually losing money because of the fragmentation of the sport. I think if people are fighting in different governing bodies, the best won't fight the best. The people lose interest in the sport, and then you get to a point where you're paying I think you should chuck them all together. Put all of the sanctioning fees. I know it's a lot, but put all the sanctioning fees together. Have come to an agreement with all like universal rules or universal approaches, like how to govern and how to with belts and weight classes, etc. Which I think they already do as well with weight classes, but I think that WBC are introducing a new weight class, so I think they should all be on the same page, and I believe all of them should be like, you know, all in sync. Call it the World Boxing, just call it one name. You know what I'm saying? the International World Boxing, so not International World, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not supposed to come up with the names, but I'm supposed to give the suggestions. But that's a little story from me. Canelo suing Golden Boy, fam, and Dazn. You know what? Dazn will be thinking, fam, why do we do this, fam? Why do we do this? I just want Canelo to fight the best of the best fighters, and you know what? If he was here, I would tell him this probably the same thing. I want him to fight the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Like creme de la creme. You know what I mean? I'm not people like that. Okay, but that's a new sort of breaking news. I might call this segment something. You know what I'm saying? But we'll come up with something. But this is a new segment of the canvas boxing. Can't wait to speak to you guys in a bit, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.